Okay, we'll bring the Douglas Cable Advisory Committee meeting of December 10th, 2018 to order. The time is 7:14, and we'll begin with the fact that we still have a vacancy on our committee. So if you're interested in joining us and participating in the Cable Access Committee, we would invite you to call the office at 508-476-4000, it's extension 222, or you could email us at cable@douglasma.org, and also it's online at the town website for the forms for joining any of the committees that are here in town. So it brings us to the expenditures for the month of
it is November.
18?
It's November, sorry, I forgot to change the slide there.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, everyone.
So, on full-time wages for the month of November, $2,434. Year-to-date is $12,636. Part-time wages, $799 for the month. For the year, it's $4,568. The FICA charges are $46.91 for the month, and for the year, it's $270.30. In our repairs and maintenance department, we spent $119.40 this past month, for a total of $305.70 for the year. We spent $175 on other services this month for a total for the year of $1,051. Other supplies, $63.50 for a total of, for the year of $75.17. Education and training, $74.88 this month, which is also the total for the year. Additional equipment this month was $3,732.20. For the total for the year is $9,142.59. And so the total expenses for the month without the salary is $4,212.07, and the total expenses for the year excluding salaries is $13,474.07. Have any questions? The additional equipment is for the laptop?
This was
Letter.
I can look real quick. Hold on. Just want to make sure.
Oops.
Oops, I'm in the wrong year. So this was for yeah, you're right. It was for the laptop.
Okay, thank you. So, I guess we're good on that. Also, in your packages, there's the actual finance department report in a little bit more detail, and then the cable voucher that was signed this past month, which brings us down to the minutes of the November 19th, 2018 meeting.
I'll make a motion to pass the minutes as written.
Second.
Any other questions on it? Then all in favor of, make a motion to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. Correspondence. Do you want to walk us through the comments that
Sure.
we're making to the Federal Communications Commission?
Sure. So we briefly discussed last meeting. There's a FCC filing That's essentially what they're doing is they're looking to change some of the cable access, what would affect cable access funding in a way that it looks like it'll be detrimental to cable access programs in general. And so right now they have an open comments section that we can actually comment to the filings, proceedings that are happening. And put together a small, essentially what we'll be doing is going into the express comments and putting this in there as sort of our voice for our community. It breaks down, some of this language was broken down by, we're a part of Mass Access, which is a group that is sort of a watchdog and an informational group as well. And their lawyers put together a pretty inclusive, basically like a unified comment that kind of guides what we're trying to say in a way that they think will be effective. And then we added some of our own comments in there as well, just based on our community as a unique area and what we do here. So I was going to submit this in the comment section. I just wanted to bring it by you guys, see if there's any further ideas or.
No, I'd go with it as you've written it.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I'll post that as soon as, probably either tonight or tomorrow
And
morning.
just for the record, I did put my own personal opinion in there,
Oh, great.
so,
And it's probably just helpful to have as many voices as possible.
okay. Other correspondence include from Charter Communications, as we usually get every month. They will, effective on or after January 4th, 2019, the channel Star India, located on channels 295 and 895, will cease providing programming to Spectrum. And that's actually carried as a subscription service, so I'm sure if you have that subscription, they've probably notified you about this. We also have some information from the town regarding Ethics Commission, reminding public employees about restrictions on gifts.
Just want to make sure you guys knew that before you buy me something for Christmas.
Okay, yeah, I don't,
Keep the guidelines in mind. No.
well, it's good to have the guidelines, because not everybody, if you don't have them, people forget that they are supposed to not take gratuities from people when they're doing their job. So thank you for sharing that with us. We have a first draft of the annual town report. There's also printed copies in front of you. I am going to suggest that we delay the discussion on this till January, because I would like to put in my thoughts on this as well. And if anybody has any thoughts, feel free to let Pat know, or Fred. So, but I'll try to get that out soon. And actually, if you could send me the non-PDF copy, it would be great.
Will do.
Yeah, thank you. Which brings us to the coordinator report.
All right, so in the report, there is the meetings covered in November. Pretty light month. A few cancellations. Most of them were not paid for. I think EDC is still trying to get their scheduling going. So in between that and some mix-ups with the calendar, I think we're still doing really good as far as coverage. The town clerk's been very good keeping me informed when things
Okay.
happen, especially last-minute stuff.
Great,
Yeah.
that's good.
So I wrapped in equipment into my report
Okay.
as well, just to.
Might as well.
The end of November, we had an update to the software, the Carousel Bulletin Board software, and that's part of our assurance package that we pay for annually.
Okay, is that online too?
What's that?
Is that online as well, the billboard?
It's not right now. That's the one thing that's frustrated me about them, is that it's not, right now there's no easy way to take the bulletin board that's on our broadcast and just put it online as
Okay.
well. I am trying to figure that out. I think with the new website, we might have a way that I can at least update 2 bulletin boards.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
I'd like it if they could just push it, on the web as well, which I think they probably save for their streaming when you add the streaming to your package. But I'll figure out a way to get it online as well.
Okay.
I know people like that feature. And similarly, the Cablecast software was updated, so we have all the newest software there, and they do update kind of frequently, so it's nice. They just keep improving it. We had a TV show called Classic Drive TV submitted to us by some folks over at Fitchburg Cable Access. It was sort of just a blanket, send out to everyone. But I always like to check those out because one of the things we do like to do is we do have some, submitted content that we air on the public channel to kind of give some rounded out programming.
Yes.
And this one I started watching and I was really impressed by the production level, really high quality. The guy who runs it, who's like the talent behind it, he's very into cars, very into different aspects of cars. I thought it was a really nice show. I think that they'll be willing to update us, every time they do a new episode. Really easy to get into our system. Right now it's currently on broadcast on the public channel 191. I don't know if folks have feedback on it, if they like it. I definitely told them I would consider running it just based on the production quality alone. I think it's a great addition, but the content was really good too. So if anyone wants to check that out, it is currently playing. I have through the years of combining different types of equipment and everything, we've built up quite a collection of old cables and
Yes.
connectors and all kinds of different wires.
People bring them into you.
And folks bring them into me in shopping bags. And so I brought a bunch over to Al Denoncourt over to see if he could use them. I know he's trying to put together some older equipment for the video class. He was very excited at the prospect, so I did bring a bunch of them over to him. And I told him just take what he wants, and then we can take it back and
Yeah,
store whatever
okay.
he doesn't use. But a lot,
Yeah, because sometimes they're so helpful.
Oh, absolutely. Especially what he's doing is connecting old stuff, so
Yeah.
it's probably a gold mine for him,
okay. Good.
Yeah. And I did, just a quick update, I did speak to the town administrator about the resource room project, the PA system project. And he was saying that he'd like to see an actual line-by-line breakdown of the project that shows the pricing, what each item
Basically,
costs.
what each item is, the labor.
Correct, yeah, like a nice breakdown, which I think is,
I think that's fair. That's
Sure.
sort of what we were looking for a couple of months ago, I think, when we
right.
went through this, yeah.
So I have gone back out to ProSound via Charlie Tappa and asked him to get us that breakdown as soon as he can. He said he'd get it to us as soon as he got it together. So we're just kind of waiting on more info on that project.
Okay.
And and I had one other additional thing that I don't have here on the slide, but the town administrator and I believe the police and fire used this system for training, where they had to sign into a go-to meeting, and they had it on. They ran the training out of this room with this system. It was nice I was here so I could get them all set up and everything. But I just think it's cool to see people using the presentation stuff, which is open. If people need to use it, let me know.
Yep, great, okay.
And that is all I had for that.
Well, that kind of brings us down to the part where we have other business, where we have open session for topics not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance. Does anybody have anything
No.
that they?
I don't know if this is reasonable or not, but I did want to bring up job descriptions for coordinator position and the recording assistant position.
Okay.
It's been quite a while since we've had an update on either of those positions. I thought it might be worthwhile to put on the next agenda to
Okay.
start considering.
Yeah, you should send those out.
Yeah, I'll send out the
Okay.
current, and then I do have one with some comments. I don't know if I should wait.
You should, yeah,
Send them all out.
if you could send it out with your suggested, like, highlighted.
With the suggested comments?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
I'll do
great.
that.
That'd be great. Then our next meeting is January the 14th, Martin Luther King Day.
Is that,
I think it is.
I think it is. Unless it's late this year.
Not showing up here. Let me see if 21st it says.
Yeah, okay. Then we can have a meeting on the 14th,
Okay.
and we can catch up on PA systems and job descriptions, and actually, I guess we need to finalize our annual report, because that's due the end of January.
I believe it's
We
the end
think-
of January. Yeah, I'll double check on that.
Okay. With that in mind, I'd take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll bring the meeting of the Douglas Cable Advisory Committee closed at 7:30 PM.